Dan wordt die quest tenminste niet weggehaald over die fluit.
Greetings.
Oh, I found your loot.
You have? Is it true? You have really tracked down those bandits for me? Fantastic. I hope my precious loot hasn't been damaged in any way. May I have it, please?
I believe you know my companion, Vilja.
Ah yes, Vilja. I recognize her now. I met her on the boat to Skyrim, but she is the worst landlubber I've ever seen.
She spent most of the time with her head very close to a bucket.
On the other hand, when we arrived to Dawnstar, she really celebrated. That girl surely knows how to dance on a table. I know I promised to teach her how to play the lute, but as she was so seasick, I never got around to it. As you have been so kind and brought back my loot, I think I know a suitable reward. Well, rather for Vilja than for you, actually.
A suitable reward.
If Vilja is to learn how to play a lute, she needs a good lute. Now, my young friend Sindra is currently staying at the Bard's College in Solitude. She has a decent lute that belongs to me, but I have just received a letter from her. She has bought herself a better lute and doesn't need it anymore. Here, take her letter. Show it to her and ask her to give you the lute. Vilja can have it. Then you and Vilja can come back to me and I'll teach her a little.
Maybe you should have a talk with Vilja too.
Absolutely. I've been looking forward to that.
Ik luister mee.
Vilja, it's so great to see you. I must say you look a lot healthier now than on the ship.
Oh, Wilbert, it's so great to see you too. And you look a lot healthier than last time too. Tell me, did you really get a good sleep under that table?
With you dancing on the very same table? You must be kidding.
Maybe we should do it some other time again? Although I don't think the innkeeper would like it much.
Yes, maybe some other time.
Yes?
But first you and your friend should go to Solitude and meet my friend Sindra. She has a lute for you, you see.
A lute? For me? Oh, Wilbert, is this true? Oh, I'm so happy.
It's absolutely true. And once you have the lute, I'll be happy to teach you a few tricks. How does that sound?
Oh, Wilbert.
So, we'll meet again, my friend. Until then, safe travels.
See you soon again, my friend.
Oké. Dus er wordt die fluitruilen nog iets uitgesteld. Ligt eraan. De enige questmarker die er is hier dus. Nee, we gaan gewoon naar Riften toe. Ik weet niet waar de Bard's College is. Ik denk dat het een aparte questline is. Ja, aparte questline, dus maakt niet uit. Het was een beetje donker, ik moet even straat oplichten. Verlichten bedoel ik eigenlijk. Oplichten is misschien een beetje te... Hallo, Razin. Have your flute.
Sarah, Racine is so happy. But Racine is also sad. Why? Because Racine no longer has the Darkwood flute. Racine has had a visitor. A big Nord from Solstein has visited. he swore that if Racine would give him the flute, then... Yes. Then Racine would never walk on warm sands again. To say such a thing to a Kayit is evil. Racine was scared. So Racine gave the flute to the evil lord.
Where can I find the noise?
The flute first, please. Racine will tell you everything.
Here's your flute.
Ah, thank you very much. Now, Racine will tell you everything about Bernard. Bernard was going to a temple in Riften. He said he was planning his marriage. He said he would marry a wild cat. A bit odd. Racine can think of any Kayit ladies who would want to marry someone who hasn't got real whiskers. May you walk warm in sand.
Okay.
Do you want something?
These fools are actually fighting.
I can't believe I don't know that.
It's a fine day with you around.
Temple planning a wedding ceremony. I think
Good to see you.
Right.
Finally,
People
someone
seem to
useful
think
is
all
around.
Nords are racist.
Have anything
Surely that
interesting
it's
to tell me?
Southeast racist. I'm not racist. Though I just don't like Khajiits. Or Argonians. Or else.
Bitch, hier ben jij.
Yeah.
Come to think of it, I'm not that fond of orcs,
Yeah.
Vanguards, or Imperials either. Damn it, I always end up upsetting someone. Don't
And what
take
do
it
you
personally.
want?
Ik wil die fucking fluit, bitch.
Yeah.
Oh, dit is al de tweede keer dat zoiets gebeurt.
How
Yeah.
done? What on none are you doing here?
Ah, Ilya. That's how you treat me when I come all the way from Solstad just to see you.
Skip the crap. You have stolen my flute, not only once but twice. Now I want it back.
Calm down. I have hold soul, and I will give a flute to you once we are married.
Married. You and I. You really are in pain, aren't you?
And what do
I
you
wouldn't marry
want?
you if you were the last man in Tamriel. Give me my flute, will you?
Haha, I love it when you're playing hard to catch. Look, the server is already planned. The only thing you need to do is to say yes.
You really don't take no for an answer, do you? Haldan, don't you understand? I don't love you. I don't even like you. My time here in Skyrim has made me more
And what do
convinced than
you
ever that
want?
you're wrong for me. But I'm looking for something else.
And what would that be?
Haldan, I don't think you will ever understand what loving and caring really is about. It's about helping each other, supporting each other. It's about giving without expecting something in return. And to know that you can completely trust someone. And that you wouldn't ever want to let this someone down.
Ha! Such nonsense.
Dear Haldan, I doubt you have ever experienced this kind of affection, and I doubt that you ever will. It's called friendship, you see, and I doubt there's a room for any such thing in your heart.
And of course, you know all about this. You have found that precious friendship here, in Skyrim.
Yes. Yes, I think so. I hope so.
Aha! So,
The people of Skyrim have very dirty minds.
Friend,
They say the most innocent of
come
things
over
and
here.
they all get
I
the
want
wrong
to have a word
idea.
with you. Now.
I suppose you're a bit like that as well.
Leuk is, ik heb die fluit al.
Yeah.
What have you got there? Could it be? Oh, it is my flute! How can I ever thank you?
What is it?
What have you got there? Could it be? Oh, it is my flute! How can I ever thank you?
Waar is die bitch daar ineens gebleven?
Yes? So, what are we
Oké, wacht even.
doing now? Do you think it will rain? Of course. Is there anything in particular?
Tell me about yourself.
Would you like that?
Please, go ahead.
As my presence didn't seem to be very appreciated by the Dawnstar innkeeper, I left pretty soon. I didn't have a clue about where to look for the Eldergleam sanctuary, so instead I headed for Solitude, thinking that the Khajiit Bard might be there. Solitude is quite amazing, isn't it? And the Bard's College. Oh, I would love to spend some more time there. Unfortunately, the Khajiit Bard with my flute hadn't been seen there. I wonder if he is a real bard at all. I couldn't find anyone who knew about Eldergleam's sanctuary either, and I was pretty broke. So I started to ask around for work. First I went to the Radiant Raiment, but the elf ladies there didn't seem to like the way I look. They said that I had no use for a countryside girl like me. Bah! Snobbish Altness. As if their dresses were that pretty. Then I went to the Fletcher. Did I ever tell you that I'm quite good at fetching? I can make arrows for you if you wish. I only need some firewood and ingot. And a workbench, of course. Unfortunately, I didn't have any luck at the Fletchers. They had just hired a new guy, you see, so they hadn't got any use for me. So instead I got work as a barmaid at a winking ski bar. I quite liked it there. Minette, the daughter, is such a fun girl. She reminds me of my youngest sister back home. Look, I do enjoy talking, but maybe we should take a break now. I guess we have other things to do as well.
Ja, tot mij is jouw standaard questline is afgelopen. Oh, dat kunnen we voor mij controleren. We kunnen heel goed controleren of haar questline al afgelopen is.
Colorful.
What do you need, my friend?
Bernard Maar. Hier kon je voor mij kijken of het al afgelopen was.
If you need to sample some of the finest mead in
You're
Skyrim.
supposed to be at the meadery. Remember,
Malice, yes?
En wie?
If it's a mercenary you're looking for, you found him. There's no stronger sword on for hire in all Skyrim.
I caught a glimpse of that capture.
But then he went quiet.
What do you need? All right then. Need something?
Oké, we gaan de Oké, de koning is vervloed en loot. Oké, boven.
Interesting.
Although I
Until
cannot
next
say I
time.
like problem with the whole procedure, I must admit that I'm a bit uneasy about your plans to having Sam
Yes?
as a local
fresh-baked pumpernickel.
Quest weg, geen nieuwe? Oké. Oh shit, hij heeft die... Oh shit, hij heeft heel die loot quest weggehaald. Dat je die loot kan halen. Maakt niet uit. Maar dat had ik in Sanctuary. Misschien dat ik daar nog ergens iets kan krijgen van informatie wat ik nu moet doen. Maar zelf heb ik het idee dat zijn questline nu afgelopen is. But now the Skyrim assumed the dragons were only a legend until now. Down. Nee, dat is misschien een beetje te. Hier naar de overkant.
The climate here.
Yes?
Now, I have been thinking. I think it would be a good idea if you escorted me to my daughter.
Going to Falanu.
I am, as you may know, not so familiar with the Skyrim roads. As you obviously know where my daughter is, I think it would be a good idea if you escorted me to her. I'm really looking forward to seeing her. I've missed her ugly looks and her bad temperament. After all, there's nothing like a good win or die argument between mother and daughter. And I think I deserve a holiday after all that I have been through. I'm looking forward to spending my days relaxing in a countryside garden, reading a book, and maybe pick some nice flowers.
Ask it to your daughter.
Thank you so much. Shall we leave immediately?
That's something you need to know. Oh wow.
No,
Here.
no, don't spoil the fun with a good So, will you take me to my daughter? Goodbye.
Ik heb blijkbaar nooit die andere questline afgesloten. Van de ingrediënten. Ah, hier. Alleen dat is dan het laatste van deze aflevering. Even haar er naartoe brengen en even praten. Ik weet dat praten nogal lang kan duren, dus expres ook daarom. Aangezien ik kan dus tot allebei de afleveringen onder de tijd kan zitten. Die kan je vinden in je oor. Nee, misschien een beetje te, maar... Daar is alles. Het kan best zijn dat ik zo meteen heel ineens berichten binnenkrijg. Maar ik kan het gelukkig zien omdat ik een tweede scherm heb. Trouwens heb ik misschien nog niet helemaal gespoild, maar ik heb dus een tweede scherm.
So, this is the pleasant farm where my daughter is on a so-called vacation. I better have a word with her myself. So, my dear daughter, tell me, are you surprised to see me after all this time? And what do you think? Did it work?
Good day to you, Mother. I'm sorry, what do you mean by, did it work?
Well, the potion, of course. Your recipe. Don't you think I look, well, young and pretty?
Well, at least you're not fluid anymore.
Well, whose fault is it that I became fluid? Why didn't you tell me about the side effects of your recipe?
I told you not to double the recipe. And I told you not to mix a little of this and a little of that like you usually do. Actually, I did a potion for myself as well, and it worked just as it should.
Well, I wouldn't say that. But let's not argue about this now. I want to hear all about what you have been doing and how you ended up in this place. It's not exactly what I would call a good place for a nice vacation.
All right, I will tell you. But maybe you should first say goodbye to your friend, who I believe has other things to do than listening to us.
Yes, you are right about that, of course. Just a moment. Look, there's something I'd like to talk to you about. Have you got a minute? Thank you so much for bringing me here. It's a ghastly place, of course, but that's not your fault.
I hope you all like it here.
Like it here? Are you insane? It's cold, it's dusty, and generally awful. But I am looking forward to having a good talk with my daughter. And you, my friend, should return to Vilja as soon as possible. I don't know why, but I have a bad feeling about her leaving. If I were you, I'd hurry to her immediately.
Cure for donkey tail curse.
Look, we can discuss this later, but right now, I really think that you should go and find me.
Met Vilja en Dochter. Dat is dan voor de volgende keer. Beste kijkers, heel erg simpel. Tot de volgende keer.